Okay, we finally got the garden house finished. It took 5.5 months from the end of first weekend of August until this last weekend. 54 windows, 54 of the little windows, and 4 doors. I started last June of 2024, with all the windows I had saved for 7 or 8 years. Took them to my she shed, and then I sanded them, cleaned them, sanded them, caulked them, then painted them, and it took me about a year to get all of them done. We originally started with 40 windows and then ended up having to use 54, so 14 windows more than what I had originally planned. So we'll start from the ceiling down. The roof is metal, and we did that because it's very hot here in the summer. And we felt like that the greenhouse roofing would just be way too much. We did like it's like a modern style, a modern shed style, I guess is the best way to put that. I like that style, so that's what we went with. We didn't know how to build it. We started literally from scratch. Nick, for a couple of months, he took a tractor and cleared out an old building floor that we had here. Then we quickly realized that was not going to work, the building floor, because it was not going to be level or straight, and I didn't want it just for a greenhouse. I wanted it to be able to use for many different things: family gatherings, social events with the family and friends, plus use to grow things in. So we opted to go ahead and put in just a floor, and this is OSB. A friend of ours, Linda Forrester, gave us this chandelier. I cleaned it up, did a little bit of work, got some Edison bulbs, and it looks beautiful in here. We also have the twinkling lights, and Nick put, if you can look up on the ceiling, he put some plug-ins on the ceiling, and then we bought these things that plug into the plug-in, and with the remote, I can shut off the lights because they plug in up there. So I keep the remote in the house. Isn't that beautiful outside? So he put 3 plug-ins at the top, and then we have plug-ins in the bottom. So my nephew Brandon gave me this piece of walnut, and we put legs on it so we can move it up and down if we need to. And then here's another piece, we can move it up and down. And then this one and this one are also tables that pop up and down and have legs. So we'll just move these chairs, we can pop up and down these shelves whenever we need them for events or having people over, or if I need extra for just working on greenhouse stuff. My dad gave me this sink several years ago, and I knew I'd put it in the garden house or greenhouse at that time when we got it planned. And it looks great. I absolutely love it. It looks just like the sink of the house I grew up in. A friend of mine gave me a beautiful faucet, and it had a few little issues with it, so we're trying to fix it. In the meantime, we put this faucet in, just so we could have something. We just haven't had time to work on the other one. And then this cabinet that Nick built is just great. It fits all my extra chairs because I can seat 20 people with these 2 tables, and I needed a place to store it and just a place to store various things. It's really big in here. I painted the cabinet green like the floor green, and it's worked out really good with the floor being green because you really can't see a lot of dirt and there can be a lot of dirt there. The windows, that top window and this window, they both pull in. Every corner has windows that come in. Just like that. And then you shut them and lock them. And then we have 4 windows that we put RV escape hatches on, and they pop open. Now, when the sun is shining, it is really warm in here. It feels great. Now, when the sun isn't shining, we do have this little kerosene heater in here. Another thing that Nick did for me was there's these cabinets right here, just to use the space and to keep it closed. I made these little decorations to put on there. It actually matches the front of our house where we put an awning over our door. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 doors, little doors like that, and then just 2 shelves over there. Nick also made some awnings outside of that to cover that door, and then an awning to cover that door outside. We're still dealing with how to fix leaks in some of these because it's just, we've never done anything like this. And you can caulk till the cows come home. But it's still, you have a few leaks. This is a 16 by 20 room. It's a pretty good size, if you ask me. All right, is there anything I forgot? I don't think so. I think I've got it all. I did my first gardening things in here today. I put some micro green seeds in here, besides those over there. And then I brought all my books out. So I have some books, my gardening books out. Got some in there. All my vases are in here. All my gardening stuff is in here. Everything that I need for gardening. We have the electricity, and of course we have the water. And it's worked out perfectly. I love the garden house for sure. Nick put a lot of hard work in it. We put a lot of hard days and hot days and cold days in this garden house. We started out working in the extreme heat and ended up in very cold some weekends. The light switch we decided to put out here, right here, and that shuts off that light. So this is, I know this video isn't the best, but making it by myself, I'm just trying to do the best I can with it. The reflection is so pretty in it. This is the back. Circle around. I've already had some plants die because of the cold. I just haven't had time to clean those out yet. And that's the side. And back to the front. I'm wanting to put a little courtyard right here eventually. There you have it. The garden house.